today I thought I'd show you how to make hummus. It's a very creamy, velvety recipe that I have for you to hear today. Sometimes it can be a little bit grainy and sometimes it can be smooth, but this one I can assure you will be velvety smooth. So you start off making hummus with some chickpeas, and here in Spain we purchase them in the jar, but you can also get them in tins and you can get the dried version, which you have to soak and cook so that they go soft. What I did want to show you today was that when you take the chickpeas out of the jar, they all have a skin on them. And what I've done is I've already skinned these, but what I thought I'd show you is it's a simple thing. It's if you hold the chickpea in your left hand and squeeze, the skin comes off and the chickpea is clear. This helps to make your dish velvety smooth. So I've done the majority. I just wanted to show you how it works, and you literally just put a little bit of pressure on the chickpea, skin comes off in one hand and you put the chickpeas in the other. And as you can see, there's quite a few skins there that have come off the chickpeas. The juice that I've strained into here is what is known as aquafaba, and this has been discovered that for vegans and vegetarians you can actually use this product instead of eggs to make meringues and whipped cream. So on another video I will show you how to do that, but for this particular recipe we don't need it, so I'm going to put that to one side. So for our recipe here today, we need some 60 mils of lemon juice, 60 mils of tahini. Tahini is made of sesame seeds that are ground. And when you have, with the jar of tahini, I would suggest you give it a really good stir first, because there's a lot of oil in the sesame seeds, which tends to come to the top of the jar. So what you need to do is to give it a really good stir before you actually measure out your ingredients. So as I say, 60 mils of tahini, 60 mils of lemon juice. We have some salt, and it's about anything from half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. That's something to taste. We have 1 minced garlic clove, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, and 30 ml of extra virgin olive oil. We have our chickpeas, of which I've used, as I say, a jar, but if you're using anything else, it's around 250 grams of chickpeas. And we've also got a little bit of water. We've got some cayenne pepper for serving at the end, and some extra virgin olive oil as a little extra to just put on the top when we serve it. So we're going to start off by putting in the blender the 60 mils of lemon juice and the 60 mils of tahini paste. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this for a minute to combine it all together so that it's well combined. So as I say, we need to blend this for about a minute. I'm then going to scrape down the sides and blend it for a further minute. Right, I'm now going to scrape down the sides. And blend again for another minute. To our mixture now, I'm going to add the salt, the garlic clove, half a teaspoon of cumin, and 30 ml of extra virgin olive oil. And again, I'm going to blend that for another minute. Scrape down the sides again. and blend again. Now to this mixture, we're going to add half of our chickpeas. Guess what? Blend again. By blending them a little bit at a time, it allows the mixture to break up all the chickpeas slowly and have less quantity to break up before you add the whole lot. So again, I'm going to stop it, scrape down the sides. When you look at it at the moment, it's still rather rough. I'm going to add the other half of the chickpeas. And this time we're going to blend it for 2 minutes so that it gets a chance to really combine and smooth up and get that whipped, velvety, silky texture. While I'm doing this, I'm going to do a shout out for Seb, who's a friend of my daughter's from university. He said to my daughter that the last time he watched my video, he said he felt I was actually looking at him when I was talking about my spice mix. So, hi Seb, I hope you're watching this one too. And I don't mind that you loved my spice mix. Again, I'm going to just scrape down the sides. Now, it still looks a little grainy, so what we need to do now is to let it down slightly. And what we're going to do is just add a little bit of water. Now you can add a little at a time just to make sure that you're not adding too much. Sometimes I find it'll take 1 tablespoon, sometimes 2, sometimes a little bit more. So you just add it until you're happy with the texture yourself. So we're going to add a tablespoon first and see how that goes. We're almost there now, getting there. I think it just needs a little bit more. So break down the sides, add a little more, put another tablespoon. This dish is ideal served with either pita breads. It's great as a little snack while you're having a few aperitifs, or you can put it as a starter for people. It's ideal in a meze, and you can use things like crudités, so carrots, peppers and things like that to scoop it up, or breadsticks, anything at all. It's very, very versatile. So I don't know if you can see that now, but that looks extremely velvety. And I'm just going to have a taste. Tastes delicious. Right. You may find sometimes you need to add a little bit more salt or a little bit more lemon juice. It really is something you can play around with yourself until it gets to the exact taste that you prefer. But for me, that's fine. So I'm now going to put it into a bowl and show you how I would serve it. This really is lovely, it's such a smooth texture now, really lovely. And now what we would do is we would just sprinkle a little bit of cayenne pepper on the top and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, like that. And there is your finished dish. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please leave some comments below so I know what you thought of it. And if you've got any ideas for other recipes that you would like, please let me know. But I'm going to tuck in and see what it's like.